Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, then kindly subscribe and hit the bell icon. So guys, our today's topic is heat capacity. So heat capacity is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature to 1 degree Celsius of a system. So what is it? So basically it is a capacity of amount which is required to raise the temperature with 1 degree Celsius of a system. Suppose we have a system A, so इसका heat capacity will be the amount of heat required ताकि इसका temperature 1 degree Celsius तक आ जाए. So this will be termed as heat capacity. Now, so it is represented by C, small c or big C, and it is extensive property. Extensive property means it depends upon the amount of substance. See here, what is it written here? Amount of heat means ये depend करता है amount पे. हमने दो प्रॉपर्टीज़ पढ़ा था अपने प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स पे, एक था एक्सटेंसिव और दूसरा था इंटेंसिव. सो एक्सटेंसिव में होता था कि जो सब्सटेंस था वो अमाउंट पे डिपेंड करता था, बट इन इंटेंसिव इट वाज डिपेंडेंट अपॉन द नेचर. फॉर एग्जांपल एक्सटेंसिव का आई कैन गिव फॉर एग्जांपल वर्क which depends upon amount. Intensive, for example, I can give molar, not what I can say here. Intensive have many examples like gives free energy, then pressure, like that. Now so it is represented by the capital C or a small letter c, and it is extensive property. So we have two types of properties, intensive property and extensive property. So intensive properties are those properties which are dependent upon the nature of a particle, and extensive property are those property which depends upon the amount of particle. So here we can see that this property, like this heat capacity, is the amount of heat required, means here it is dependent upon the amount, so it will be extensive property, and it is represented by small letter c or a capital letter C. Now so heat capacity is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature with 1 degree Celsius. So C will be equal to Q, means heat by delta T, which is total temperature. So total temperature can be written by final minus initial, means T2 minus T1. So C equals to Q by delta T, which is heat upon total energy, heat upon total temperature. So what is heat capacity? Heat capacity equals to heat upon total temperature, and total temperature can be written by delta T, which is equals to final minus initial, which is T2 minus T1. Now इसका unit. So what is the unit of heat capacity? Heat capacity का unit is joule per Kelvin. Here we can see heat का unit is joule and temperature का unit is Kelvin. So joule per Kelvin or joule Kelvin inverse. Okay, now heat depends on amount. ये हमने पहले ही डिस्कस कर लिया, हमने एक्सटेंसिव इंटेंसिव से ही ये पॉइंट को समझ लिया, राइट. So our next topic is specific heat capacity. सो इट इज़ ऑल्सो सेम बट इसमें स्लाइट डिफरेंस है, स्पेसिफिक आ गया, सी स्पेसिफिक आ गया. So what is it? So specific heat capacity is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature 1 gram of a substance. What is it here? 1 gram. With 1 degree Celsius is called specific heat. So यहाँ पे हमारा जो heat capacity में था that 1 gram was not included, but here the 1 gram is included. We have to mention 1 gram of a substance. यहाँ पे amount is present, right? So it doesn't depend upon the amount. Here it is dependent upon the nature. It dependent upon the nature. That's why it is intensive property as well, and it is represented by C as a C and यहाँ पे S. Okay. So what is it? It is specific heat capacity. इसका definition हम फिर से read करते हैं. इसका definition is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of a substance with 1 degree Celsius. So it is the amount of heat required ताकि हम 1 gram like 1 gram of a substance का जो temperature है that हम 1 degree Celsius कर सकें. देखो हमारे पास 1 ग्राम ऑफ अ सब्सटेंस है, राइट. तो 1 ग्राम ऑफ अ सब्सटेंस को हम टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज़ करके 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस तक करते तो इसी को ही बोलेंगे हम स्पेसिफिक हीट कैपेसिटी. नाउ आवर नेक्स्ट इज, सो देखो हमने हीट कैपेसिटी में पढ़ा था हीट कैपेसिटी इक्वल्स टू Q बाई डेल्टा T, बिकॉज वहाँ पे weight was not mentioned, but here the weight is mentioned, so we will write specific heat capacity is equals to heat upon W delta T, means W here is the weight, so heat by weight delta T, and it is represented by this one, and इसका unit is C. Q का unit is joule obviously, so joule, weight का is gram and T का is Kelvin, so this is joule per gram Kelvin. Now our next topic is molar heat. So our next topic is molar heat capacity. So what is it? So molar heat capacity is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature with 1 degree Celsius of 1 mole of a substance. Here वहाँ पे फर्स्ट में बस मेंशन था कि 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस तक हमें पहुँचाना है, दूसरे में मेंशन था 1 ग्राम ऑफ सब्सटेंस, एंड नाउ मोलर इज़ अबाउट 1 मोल. मोलर यहाँ पे मेंशन हुआ है, मीन्स 1 मोल. सो व्हाट इज़ इट? अमाउंट ऑफ हीट रिक्वायर्ड टू रेज द टेम्परेचर विथ 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस ऑफ 1 मोल ऑफ अ सब्सटेंसेस. नाउ इसमें क्या है, जो अमाउंट ऑफ कितना हीट रिक्वायर्ड होता है, इस अमाउंट ऑफ हीट रिक्वायर्ड ताकि हम टेम्परेचर 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस तो कर ही ले, बट किसका करें? 1 मोल ऑफ सब्सटेंस का करें. 1 मोल ऑफ सब्सटेंस का जो टेम्परेचर है हमें 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस करना है, मीन्स 1 मोल ऑफ अ सब्सटेंस का हमें जो टेम्परेचर है वो 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस करना है. ठीक है, क्लियर? नाउ इसका जो हमें फॉर्मूला मिलेगा वो होगा Cm. हियर M रिप्रेजेंट्स मोलर स्पेसिफिक हीट, सो मोलर का इक्वल्स टू Q मीन्स heat by N. Why N? Because here the mole is present, so specific heat, molar specific heat equals to heat by N means molar delta T. So delta T represents temperature final minus initial. So इसका formula will be Cm equals to heat by N delta T. इसका unit will be, heat का unit is what? Of course joule. So joule, N का unit is mole and temperature is for Kelvin. So joule per mole Kelvin. So this is all about molar heat capacity, specific heat capacity and heat capacity. So these are three heat capacities which is really very important. Its definition and all is like small thing, it is intensive or extensive. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe and share as much as possible.